In a picturesque suburban neighborhood, where white picket fences line the streets and manicured lawns shimmer under the sun, we meet our protagonist, Alex. A proud homeowner, Alex cherishes her independence and the joys of living in a community that balances tranquility with camaraderie. However, this idyllic setting is governed by a stringent homeowners association, known for its rigid rules regarding property and personal belongings. The HOA's presence is felt everywhere. In meticulously enforced regulations, monthly newsletters detailing community standards, and the ever-watchful eyes of board members who take it upon themselves to uphold the neighborhood's pristine image. While most residents comply with these guidelines, Alex has always been a bit of a free spirit. They love their jet ski, a vibrant blue vessel parked on the driveway, which symbolizes freedom and adventure. To Alex, the jet ski represents more than just a recreational toy. It's a cherished escape from the routine of suburban life. Yet, mounting tensions between Alex and the HOA are brewing beneath the surface. The association's strict interpretation of property rules threatens to infringe on personal freedoms, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation that will spiral into unforeseen territory. Little do they know that this conflict will lead to an unexpected encounter that changes everything about their life in this seemingly perfect neighborhood. One sunny afternoon, as Alex admired their jet ski gleaming in the driveway, a sense of pride washed over them. It wasn't just any jet ski. It was a state-of-the-art model, a reward for years of hard work and saving. Each time Alex glanced at it, memories of thrilling rides on a nearby lake flooded back, laughing with friends, feeling the wind on their face, and escaping the mundane routine of daily life. But that contentment was short-lived. The following week, a letter from the HOA arrived, neatly folded and ominously stamped. It claimed that Alex's jet ski was parked improperly and violated community regulations regarding outdoor storage of recreational vehicles. The HOA's message was clear: compliance or face consequences. Stunned, Alex read the letter repeatedly, disbelief mingling with anger. How could their beloved jet ski, which brought so much joy, be deemed an eyesore? Tension began to mount as Alex knew this was more than just about a vehicle. It was about personal freedom and the HOA's overreach into their life. Fueled by frustration, Alex decided to confront the HOA board during the next meeting. But little did they know that this confrontation would escalate beyond mere property disputes, leading to an unexpected chain of events that would change everything in their quiet neighborhood forever. Days turned into a whirlwind of anxiety as Alex awaited the HOA meeting, determined to defend their rights. But before the meeting could even take place, an unexpected and shocking event unfolded. In a brazen display of power, the HOA decided to take matters into their own hands. Without any prior notice or consent from Alex, they arranged the jet ski to be sold at a local auction, citing repeated violations of community regulations. Alex was devastated when they learned about the sale from a neighbor who had witnessed the towing process. The HOA had not only overstepped their bounds, but also acted unilaterally, completely disregarding any form of communication or due process. This blatant overreach left Alex feeling violated and powerless, as if their property had been seized without justification. As details emerged, it became apparent that the HOA had concocted an elaborate narrative about the jet ski being an eyesore and a safety hazard. However, Alex knew this was nothing more than an excuse to assert control over homeowners. Fueled by indignation, they began compiling evidence and testimonies from other residents who were equally appalled by the HOA's actions. This violation ignited a fire within Alex, propelling them into a battle that would resonate throughout the community, leading to confrontations that would have far-reaching consequences. Little did they know that this fight would soon draw in unexpected allies and enemies. The day began like any other, but as Alex stepped outside, a sense of unease washed over them. The driveway felt strangely empty. Heart racing, Alex rushed to the spot where their beloved jet ski had been parked. Panic set in when they realized it was gone. Frantically scanning the street, they felt a wave of disbelief wash over them. How could this be happening? After a few moments of shock, anger bubbled to the surface. Alex stormed inside and grabbed a letter from the HOA, rereading it with newfound urgency. It suddenly became clear that the HOA had taken action without any warning or proper communication. Determined to uncover the truth, Alex began an investigation, reaching out to neighbors and combing through online community forums for any leads. As conversations unfolded, it became evident that many residents had experienced similar frustrations with the HOA's heavy-handed approach. Each story deepened Alex's frustration. This was not just about a jet ski. It was about community trust and transparency being shattered by those meant to protect it. Fueled by a mix of indignation and determination, Alex vowed to reclaim what was rightfully theirs. They gathered evidence, spoke with witnesses, and prepared for an all-out fight against the HOA. What started as a personal grievance was rapidly transforming into a larger battle for homeowners' rights, setting the stage for an escalating conflict that would soon draw unexpected attention. As Alex delved deeper into their investigation, gathering evidence and rallying support from neighbors, an unexpected twist emerged that would change the course of their battle against the HOA. While chatting with Mrs. Thompson, an elderly neighbor known for her quirky stories, Alex learned something astonishing. "You know, my late husband was involved with some government work," she said with a twinkle in her eye. "He had a few friends in high places, CIA types." At first, Alex chuckled at the absurdity of it all. But as Mrs. Thompson recounted tales of her husband's past, Alex realized there might be more to her story than mere nostalgia. The idea that someone in the neighborhood could have connections to the CIA sparked a wild thought. What if that connection could be leveraged to take on the HOA? Intrigued by the potential for intrigue, Alex decided to dig further. They discovered that one of the board members, Mr. Jenkins, had a mysterious past that hinted at covert operations during his younger years. What began as a simple quest to reclaim a jet ski now held a comedic undertone as Alex imagined calling in CIA reinforcements to help combat the overreaching HOA. With this newfound angle, Alex plotted how to use this connection, not just to garner support, but perhaps to expose the HOA's illegal activities in a way that would leave them flustered and fumbling. The stage was set for an unpredictable showdown that blended elements of humor and suspense. The night of the HOA meeting arrived, and Alex felt a mixture of anticipation and anxiety. Armed with a folder bursting with evidence, the letter detailing the illegal sale, testimonies from neighbors, and a surprising connection to the CIA, Alex stepped into the community center, ready for battle. The air was thick with tension as disgruntled homeowners gathered, curious about the brewing conflict. When it was finally Alex's turn to speak, they stood before the board members, who wore expressions ranging from indifference to annoyance. With a steady voice, Alex began by summarizing the events that had transpired. "You sold my jet ski without my consent," they declared, holding up the auction flyer as proof. Gasps rippled through the crowd. But Alex wasn't done yet. "And I've uncovered something you might find interesting." With a flourish, they introduced Mrs. Thompson's revelations about Mr. Jenkins' past connections to the CIA. A hush fell over the room as everyone processed this unexpected twist. "This isn't just about a jet ski anymore. It's about transparency and accountability in our community," Alex continued, their conviction growing stronger. The HOA board exchanged nervous glances, clearly riled by the implications of Alex's claims. As tensions heightened, residents began murmuring in support of Alex, rallying against the board's heavy-handed tactics. The confrontation had escalated into a public spectacle, setting the stage for a dramatic showdown that would challenge the very foundation of their governing body. As Alex's confrontation with the HOA unfolded, the reactions from neighbors were swift and varied. Some residents, initially skeptical of Alex's bold stance, began to shift their perspective as they witnessed the evidence being presented. Whispers of support grew louder, and several neighbors who had previously felt powerless against the HOA's rigid rules started to rally behind Alex. Mrs. Thompson, with her lively spirit, was one of the first to stand up. "This isn't just about a jet ski. It's about standing up for our rights." Her passionate words struck a chord, igniting a wave of encouragement among others who had faced similar frustrations. People began sharing their own stories of oppressive fines and petty grievances, revealing a simmering discontent that had long been suppressed. However, not everyone was on board. A faction of residents, loyal to the HOA and wary of change, voiced their concerns about the potential chaos that could ensue. "We need rules to maintain our property values," one neighbor argued, echoing the HOA sentiments. This division within the community became apparent as heated discussions broke out in the aisles. Despite the opposition, Alex felt an overwhelming sense of solidarity from those who supported their cause. The gathering transformed into more than just a meeting. It evolved into a movement, a turning point for the neighborhood where residents began questioning authority and advocating for their rights collectively. The stakes had never been higher, and alliances were forming in unexpected ways. Following the explosive HOA meeting, Alex knew that to effectively challenge the board's illegal actions, they needed to arm themselves with more than just passionate speeches and neighborly support. The stakes were too high. Determined to reclaim their jet ski and assert their rights, Alex sought legal advice from a local attorney specializing in homeowners association disputes. During the consultation, Alex learned about the intricacies of homeowners' rights and the legal framework governing HOAs. The attorney explained that associations must operate within the bounds of their own bylaws and state laws, emphasizing that selling a resident's property without consent was not only unethical, but likely illegal. This revelation fueled Alex's resolve. They were not just fighting for a jet ski, but for the rights of all homeowners in the community. The attorney helped Alex outline a legal strategy, focusing on gathering evidence of the HOA's overreach and documenting testimonies from supportive neighbors. They discussed the possibility of filing a lawsuit to seek restitution for the jet ski's value and to hold the HOA accountable for its actions. Feeling empowered, Alex began organizing a neighborhood meeting to share this newfound knowledge and encourage others to understand their rights as homeowners. This collective awakening marked a turning point in Alex's journey, a transformation from a personal grievance into a community-wide stand against injustice, with legal backing giving him a fighting chance against the HOA's power. As Alex prepared for the next HOA meeting, the unexpected connection to the CIA lingered in their mind. Just as they were finalizing their strategy, a knock echoed through their door. To their astonishment, two sharply dressed individuals stood on the porch, displaying badges that read CIA in bold letters. "Are you Alex?" one of them asked, a serious look etched on his face. Alex's heart raced. Had they unwittingly summoned government agents with their antics? "We need to talk," the second agent added, glancing around as if wary of prying eyes. In a whirlwind of confusion, Alex invited them inside. The agents quickly revealed that they had been following leads related to Mr. Jenkins' past and were interested in understanding his connections. What started as a potential threat morphed into an unexpected alliance as the agents explained how Jenkins' actions might have implications beyond just neighborhood disputes. Amidst the tension, comedic moments arose. One agent accidentally knocked over a pile of flyers while trying to take notes, and another remarked on how, suddenly, everyone in the neighborhood seemed to be involved in this case. As laughter broke through the seriousness of the situation, Alex realized that having CIA agents involved was both absurd and fortuitous. With newfound support from unlikely allies, Alex's mission transformed into something larger than reclaiming a jet ski. It became a quest for justice against an overstepping HOA, with stakes now heightened and the community rallying behind them. After weeks of mounting tension, legal maneuvering, and unexpected twists, the showdown with the HOA finally came to a head. Armed with compelling evidence, community support, and even the backing of the CIA agents who had been monitoring Mr. Jenkins, Alex stood poised for an impactful confrontation at the next board meeting. As Alex presented their case, outlining the illegal sale of the jet ski and the board's overreach, murmurs of approval rippled through the gathered residents. The atmosphere shifted from apprehension to solidarity as neighbors realized they were part of something larger, a fight for their rights. When Alex finished, applause erupted, signaling a united front against the HOA's heavy-handed tactics. In a surprising turn of events, the pressure from both the community and federal agents led to a swift resolution. The HOA agreed to return the funds from the jet ski sale and reinstate Alex's ownership, all while promising to review their governance practices. This outcome not only restored justice for Alex, but also sparked a movement within the community to demand greater transparency and fairness from their governing body. Reflecting on this journey, Alex realized how much they had grown, transforming from a frustrated homeowner into a community leader. The experience fostered lasting bonds among neighbors and galvanized them to advocate for their rights more fiercely. As laughter and camaraderie filled the air at a celebratory gathering in front of Alex's driveway, now adorned with their beloved jet ski, Everyone understood that this was just the beginning of a newfound commitment to standing up against injustice in their neighborhood. In the wake of the tumultuous events surrounding the HOA and the journey to reclaim the jet ski, profound lessons emerged that resonated deeply within the community. The experience highlighted the importance of solidarity among neighbors, revealing how collective action can challenge authority and bring about meaningful change. Alex's struggle underscored the vital need for individuals to understand their rights within their own homes and communities. It became clear that when homeowners unite and advocate for transparency, they can hold governing bodies accountable for their actions. This awakening transformed not only Alex's perspective, but also that of many residents who previously felt powerless against the HOA's strict regulations. Moreover, the story prompts us to reflect on the balance of power between homeowners and associations. How much authority should an HOA wield over personal property? What safeguards are necessary to ensure that individual rights are respected? These questions linger, encouraging ongoing dialogue about governance, community standards, and personal agency. As laughter and camaraderie fill the air in Alex's neighborhood, it is evident that this conflict served as a catalyst for a more engaged and informed community. The journey emphasized that standing up for one's rights is not just an individual endeavor, but collective responsibility, urging everyone to remain vigilant against injustices that may arise in the name of order. In this way, the story leaves us pondering how we balance the need for community with our fundamental rights as individuals.